Howdy, I'm Haugh, running as a Libertarian for U.S. Senate in North Carolina in 2014. I'm running just because I couldn't vote for the Democrat or the Republican in this race. I put my name on the ballot as an alternative. I want to vote for peace, and if you want to vote for me too, well, go right ahead. Now, I have to admit, I'm a little bit frightened by the prospect of winning. I mean, I deliver pizza for a living these days, and I really enjoy my job. I love living in Durham, and I get to meet a very broad cross-section of people every day. Everybody loves the pizza guy. I mean, people order pizza usually because they want to treat themselves, and I'm the one that gets to deliver that joy to them. And oh my word, children just revere me. I mean, it's really a beautiful thing. And it pays enough to meet my needs. On the other hand, Washington, D.C., not exactly my favorite city in the world. But if you want me to represent you up there, I will do my very best to serve you well. Now, the first thing you need to ask yourself when judging a politician is whether or not they're here to rule or to serve. It is a sacred public trust I'm asking you to place in me, and I don't take that lightly. I'm keenly aware that if 40% of the people vote for me in November and send me to Washington to do a job for you, I'm bound to represent all of the people, not just those who voted for me. I understand that you might vote for me because of my ideas, and that's wonderful. Thanks, I appreciate it. But ideology is just a small part of the job description. As a lone libertarian in the United States Senate, and a rookie at that, I'll be the lone no vote on a lot of bills. I know I'll have to be a voice of conscience before I can be a voice of consensus. Since peace is my top issue, of course I'd love to get on the Foreign Relations Committee, but I know I don't get to control that. But I will get on committees, and I can use whatever opportunities that come my way to take a stand for liberty. Now, if you thought that Ron Paul's hearings were entertaining, so Rachel, you've been there. Did they allow beer in these committee hearings?
No, Sean, just water.
All right, well, I'll manage. I'll do everything in my power to get government out of your way, everywhere possible, in whatever way I can. Now, there are a lot of hot messes such as Obamacare and potential intervention in the Ukraine that we've got to put a stop to immediately. And I will work with whomever I can from any party to get any bit of relief from government that we can get. But there are a few things that any senator can do for their constituents that I want to do for you. Now, there's a fella in the House named Justin Amash, I think he's from Michigan, who posts on his Facebook page how he voted and why on every single bill. Now, I think that's awesome. The people need to have access to the same information we have to consider as your representatives so that you can tell us what you want. I'll follow his example and do my best to tell anyone in North Carolina anything they want to know about the laws that we're thinking about passing. I'll want to meet with people back home as much as I can. I mean, I need to hear from you. Oh my word, the last thing I want to do is turn into one of those career politicians who don't know anything about the world anymore except what goes on under their little dome of theirs. I mean, frankly, I'm going to need y'all just to keep me sane. Wherever I can't get government bureaucracy out of your way directly, my office will do what it can to help you get through it. I already know a lot of great people who can help me with this. Thanks, Rachel. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
All right. Now let me tell you a little secret. Now, you want to know why Jesse Helms kept getting reelected to this very same Senate seat by narrow margins every time, even though he was such a polarizing figure? Well, there's one simple reason. Constituent services. No matter what he said about the issues, It seemed like everybody and their grandma in Rocky Mount knew that if her Social Security check was late, well, you could just call up Jesse's office, and within 24 hours, Grandma would get a call from someone in the Social Security Administration who was dreadfully sorry for her inconvenience and would ask her if she wanted that check on a silver or a gold platter. So no matter how successful I am in convincing my fellow senators that we have to stop all war and have to stop piling up debt, helping you deal with nightmares some federal bureaucracy has created for you is one real thing I can do to get government out of your way. I mean, if you're dependent on that Social Security check, by golly, I'm going to see that you get it. That's the least I can do. I'm Haugh, and I approve of this spirit. I think that was okay.